Let me tweet out prop queen edges of the day. I do have fishy lines. I have one fishy line for today. I think I have all the other graphics uploaded, so that's good. Okay. Fishy line. Fishy line of the day. Seattle Mariners moved 12 cents against them despite the public on the Mariners and the love and the money coming in on Tampa. Well, the smart money coming in on Tampa. So the Mariners have lost 13 of their last 19 games. Seattle, 16 of the last, I wrote that wrong. I think 16 of the last 18 road games they lost, or 16 of the last, no, hold on. I messed that stat up. I had a bad typo there. Please hold. I know where the stat is. Now I just need to find it. So I know. Okay, here it is. The Mariners have lost 13 of their last 19 games, but they've also lost. Where was it on the road? Mariners lost 13 of 19. I just saw something else about them on the road, also losing a ton of games on their. Oh, there we go. 13 of their last. There we go. 13 of their last 16 games, the Mariners have lost on the road this year. So that's not good. The Rays have won 8 of their last 10, hitting 18 home runs with 60 runs scored in that span. 60 is 6-0. And even though Adrian Hauser's 1-2 with a 4.85 ERA since joining Tampa, he did remember own an ERA of just over a 2 and 11 starts with Chicago. So if he gets settled in and maybe this is his time to shine, Hauser's now seen the Mariners twice this year, so that familiarity could help. So just remember, Tampa Bay and Kirby also on the road, not doing so hot. Fishy line of the day. Public's still thinking the Mariners should do better than Tampa, but Tampa's on a hot streak, and to be honest, George Kirby on the road is not someone I would want to back anyway. So Tampa Bay money line is the fishy line of the day. Where did my pitcher props go? Pitcher props. There we are. Pitcher props for today. Aaron Nola and Robbie Ray are two pitchers that I'm taking a close look at. Aaron Nola under 17.5 outs is plus 100. Phillies at Brewers, 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. Nola's averaging 15.5 outs per start on the road this year, and he's cashed this under in 4 of 6 in those road games. Nola owns a 6.39 ERA on the road through 6 starts this year. And against the Brewers in the last 20 games, 64% of right-handers also went under their outs prop with 59% on the season. So under for Aaron Nola, who we are fading because we fade Aaron Nola on the road. Giants lefty Robbie Ray, over 15.5 outs. I normally hate doing anything related to Coors Field, especially like when it's there. But the Rockies allow starters to go like 20, 21 outs a start. And looking at the last 5 lefties to start at Coors Field, they average just under 17 outs a start. Overall this year, 63% of Southpaw starters hit their outs prop over. And Ray pitched already at Coors on June 11th, registering just 12 outs. So a veteran like Robbie Ray, a second time around, who, by the way, is averaging just over 17 outs to start on the road this year, I'm expecting a better outing at Coors for his second time around. So we're going to go Robbie Ray over his outs, Aaron Nola under his outs, which a lot of you guys in the chat I know like to fade Aaron Nola. So congratulations. We are fading Aaron Nola today. Some batters to keep a close eye on today, and then we'll go to matchups to watch. Angel Martinez. So he plays for the Cleveland Guardians. He's under 1.5 total bases. Is very juiced at minus 145. Martinez is batting just 210 on the road this year. He's also been slumping in the last month, hitting 159. And according to props.cash, Martinez has gone under 1.5 total bases in 20 of 30 road games against lefties. And against lefties in general, Martinez went under 1.5 total bases in 68% of games. So you look at Martinez under his 1.5 total bases. William Contreras over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Milwaukee is hosting the Phillies, and Contreras is averaging just over 2 hits, runs, and RBI at home against righties at night. Contreras has cashed this over in 8 of the last 10 games with just under 4 Herbies per game. Contreras has also crushed the Phillies. He's hitting .329 through 40 career games against Philadelphia. So Contreras against the Phillies, it's a play. It's a play. Junior Caminero over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. He has hit this over in 59% of home games at night against righties, averaging just under 3 hits, runs, and RBI. Caminero has cashed this over in 70% of his last 20 games with just about 3.5 Herbies per game. On Tuesday, Caminero became the 4th youngest player to hit 40 home runs in a season at just 22 years old and 59 days. He's batting .341 with 5 home runs and 14 ribbies in his last 10 games, Caminero. Brenton Doyle for the Colorado Rockies, over 1.5 Herbies. They're at home, the Rockies, tonight against the Giants. And Doyle's actually hitting much better at home, hitting .326, 163 on the road. .327 against lefties, .219 against righties. And although he's over 5 against Robbie Ray, the lefty, he still has previous success against southpaws this year. So a night game at Coors, most people are 2.5 Herbies. But this over 1.5 for Doyle's hit in 79% of games and 8 of the last 10, averaging just over 3 hits, runs, and RBI. So you could take a look at Doyle on this low number of 1.5 for Coors as an underrated player. And lastly, Alejandro Kirk for the Toronto Blue Jays. This game's actually coming up at 6:40. Over his hits, runs, and RBI. So Kirk crushing it, hitting .351 the last 2 weeks. He's hit the over 1.5 in 16 of his last 20 road games against righties at night. And Kirk's hitting better on the road anyway, hitting .325, .270 at home. Against righties, where Kirk has the most success, he's batting .303, .283 versus lefties. So Alejandro Kirk is another name that you can look at tonight. And then we've got some matchups to watch. I'll share the screen with the PropQueen.com newsletter. You can check out the PropQueen.com newsletter today. Okay, nope. Good and bad matchups. Okay, so Eugenio Suarez is hitting .318 with a double and 2 homers against Hauser. Cal Raleigh has been crushing it at Tampa. Cal Raleigh, by the way, after where is it? Raleigh's had 4 home runs and 9 ribbies in 5 games against the Rays this year. He had his 51st homer of the season and 41st as a catcher on Tuesday. He's now 1 shy of Javi Lopez MLB record of 42 homers as a catcher, which went back in 2003. So Cal Raleigh in Tampa facing Adrian Hauser, who he's 2 for 5 with a double and a homer. Wilmer Flores hitting .429 with a double and a homer against Marquez. Matt Chapman also hitting .300 with 2 homers against Marquez. Bo Bichette, .455 with a double against Zach Littell. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. hitting .571 with a homer against Zach Littell. And Dalton Varsho, 4 for 9 with a double and a homer against Littell. Bad matchups, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and Alec Boehm all have very bad numbers against Jose Quintana. Harper hitting .217, Turner hitting .207, and Alec Boehm hitting .150 against Quintana. George Springer has also never gotten a hit against Zach Littell, 0 for 10 in his career against Zach Littell, which not great.